Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hello, and welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk here on 880 AM Kixie. I am Stacey Heller. I am joined by my co-host, Eric Ryder.
That's me. Welcome, 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 everybody.
It is a Thursday afternoon, and we're heading into the weekend, right? Thursday is basically like weekend light.
Why not?
Sure. This show is meant to be an alternative to all the stuff that you have to do, that we consume on a daily basis. There's just a lot of negative out in the world. And we like to focus on the stuff that is a little softer. We soften the edge a bit, right? Like, life is hard enough. We don't need so many hard edges. So we just like to have fun and have a conversation. So thank you to those of you that listen live while you are going about your lives. And if you miss an episode and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just need to listen to this on repeat, no problem. We got you. You can find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And who doesn't want to listen to us on repeat? Nobody.
I don't think anybody wants to listen to us on repeat, but I mean, we do a new episode every single week. So there's lots to listen to if this is your first time joining us. And we've covered, so many great topics.
Right?
Movies,
books, first dates.
That's right. Yeah.
All the important stuff.
All the controversial stuff.
All the controversial stuff. Pumpkin spice lattes.
Right. Speaking of controversy.
I mean,
wow.
Again, hard-hitting news here.
We almost came to blows on that one.
I thought we were going to get hate mail.
Yeah.
We did not. We get no mail. So we're still trying to work on this.
So I guess everybody agreed with us on that.
I mean, we're right. They're wrong, or whatever.
And I mean, once they heard us make our case, they were like, okay, well, I got to hand it to them. I shouldn't get upset about this, as Eric says, or the people on your side said, I should get upset about this.
Right.
Yeah. So,
because, it would be really great if one of you, just because you were taking mercy on us, you let us know that you hear us out there. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm in like a bomb shelter with you, and it's like, hello, hello, hello. If you want to connect with us, and
that sounded more like a mine shaft.
Yeah.
But fair enough.
Yeah. Well, you get the idea. If you'd like to connect with us and let us know that somebody is hearing us, that would be awesome. You can text or call 475-999-2726. Keep in mind, it is a 475 area code. Again, 999-2726. Or as Eric likes to say,
475-99-YAP-AM.
That's right.
Because we're yapping away on this AM station, 475-99-YAP-AM.
There you go. So, hey, we're getting right into it today. So for those of you that are not regular listeners, each week we start the show with some ridiculous high holidays. Spelled with a Z, of course, because then that shows you that they're not like really holidays. They're like kind of holidays.
Right.
The site that I go
entirely made up holidays that don't quite, I mean, all holidays are entirely made up at some point, but they kind of caught on. These are holidays that I'm not sure that they've caught on really with more than 2 or 3 people.
Right.
Marketers mostly.
Pretty much. Although I will say I am seriously contemplating for 2023 marking the existence of this show by trying to see if I can come up with a holiday. And the site that I look up all of these ridiculous high holidays, you can actually try to get a holiday. And
submit your own. All right.
I am thinking that I'm going to work on this. This is my 2023 goal.
Don't ask me to celebrate.
Right? Exactly. You can't keep me down. I'm just saying, it could happen. And when it happens, it's going to be big, huge. You get a cupcake and you get a cupcake.
If it promotes the podcast, I'm all for it.
Great. There you go. He's a practical man. So speaking of today's holidays, so technically this isn't considered an international day, except that it's Sesame Street Day, and Sesame Street has gone international. There are versions and variations of the show all around the world. So I decided to say that it is an international day of recognition. The first episode of the show aired on November 10th in 1969.
Wow.
Right? The year before I was born. And it has become a mainstay of children's entertainment and education everywhere. I mean, there are people that came to the United States as immigrants and talk about how they learned to speak English, to count, those kinds of things with the count.
I mean, it's an important institution. I mean, it's been around since, 1969, and countless children have learned, a lot about their alphabet, about their numbers, all that stuff, thanks to Sesame Street. And it really prepared a lot of kids for kindergarten.
Totally.
And beyond.
I mean, you and I have talked about how, I think I sang this once and you were like, oh yeah, I remember that. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I think the artwork was done by like Peter Max, who would go on to be a big artist and did a lot of album covers and that kind of thing.
I mean, and they've had so many huge celebrity guest stars over the years because everybody thinks back to when they were a kid and they loved Sesame Street that, they want to contribute. So, yeah, it's an amazing, I said it, it's an institution. And
who's your
I'm
favorite
glad it's still
character?
around. I think when I was a kid, my favorite character was Grover. And I think I'm still pro Grover.
I love Grover. Grover's such a love.
I mean, he was the only one that was also a superhero. They had Super Grover for a while. Remember that?
Yes.
So he had the SG on his chest.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm pro Grover.
I love that. I'm with you on that. Grover might be mine, actually, now that you say it. I'm a big fan of Fozzie, but that's more like the Muppet Show than it is Sesame Street.
Yep.
So
only Kermit crossed over.
Yeah. And so with that, I'm sort of like, okay, similar energy between Fozzie Bear and Grover, just sort of like, okay, here I am. I also was very struck by Snuffleupagus as an imaginary friend. I remember that being this thing that it was nobody can see it. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's not the only one that has an imaginary friend. I was almost bummed when they outed him so that other people could see him.
Did you have an imaginary friend as a child?
I did.
Oh, wow. Was he a woolly mammoth or whatever?
No.
Snuffleupagus was.
No. It was just it was probably if I were to do Freudian psychoanalysis, it was some later, easier going version of myself that I could talk to. Yeah, but I loved.
Did he or she have a name?
No.
Okay.
No, not really. Yeah, it wasn't like Snuffy. I mean,
I'm starting to think this imaginary friend might actually be imaginary.
Well, it was not a long, sustained friendship.
Okay.
It was definitely
basically you talk to yourself.
Yeah, okay. 100%. Its name was Tracy. Yeah, now that you say it,
every kid
actually
talks to themselves, though. I mean, I think that's actually an important part of growing up because you're thinking out loud, and sometimes thinking out loud helps you think more clearly.
I can't believe I lost my first imaginary friend because it turns out I was friends with myself. Well, you're supposed to be friends with yourself.
You got to be friends with yourself. Otherwise, who else is going to,
That's true.
If you can't stand yourself, who else is going to stand you?
This is true. So Annie, my oldest, her favorite character was the Count. She loved the Count. And I was like, really? I mean, she could not get enough. And then on the flip side,
I like the Count too, but he's kind of a one-trick wonder. He didn't have a lot of personality besides the fact that he liked the Count.
Yeah, but he also did the Transylvania Polka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Well,
That
you
might have been
clearly
after it was.
did not have 4 children that needed to watch Sesame Street videos on repeat over and over again.
For sure.
And then the funny thing about Grover is that do you remember Monster Piece Theater?
Yes.
Okay. So when Alistair Cookie, aka the Cookie Monster, he talked about.
I love how they just cram in all these like references that no child would
ever get.
But their parents often were watching along too, so it was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, like, oh, that's
something
funny.
I can relate to.
Exactly. So they would do these kind of, I don't know, like Sesame Street versions of like, Hitchcock movies or whatever. And they did the 39 Stairs with Grover. And it was like him going up these stairs and he's like, oh, I'm climbing up these stairs and like, oh, there's so many more stairs. And they tried to make it suspenseful. It freaked Annie out. To this day, she is 26 years old. And if you talk to her about the 39 stairs, she's like, la, 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 la. It freaks her out.
Now, was this like a Vertigo thing or?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And she just like, it totally freaked her out, and it just made Pete and I, of course, cackle, and so therefore we'd like to torture her, and she probably should be doing more therapy than she's doing. So there you go. This is how childhood trauma starts, folks, with Sesame Street. So anyway, so happy Sesame Street Day to all the Sesame Street folks. It is also National Vanilla Cupcake Day. So
does that mean all the other flavors have their own cupcake day?
Only if somebody tried to get it for them.
Yeah, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll eat a vanilla cupcake right now if someone hands it to me, but I just don't know that necessarily needs its own day.
I will say that as a kid, I was not necessarily a huge fan of vanilla cupcakes, and now I will choose a vanilla cupcake over chocolate.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Big fan of, especially the vanilla cake part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding that chocolate very often is too sweet for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like vanilla, but for cupcakes, I think I would choose pretty much any other kind over vanilla if I was choosing. But if someone handed one to me, I'd be happy to have the vanilla cupcake. But, chocolate, you can't beat that. In my mind, lemon, all the various cupcakes, I'm all for them. Again, I don't think they all need their own holiday, though.
Well, it's all that, like, it's being diversive and inclusive, right? Takes
Sure.
a lot of cupcakes to make the world go round, I suppose, and how typical that the vanilla cupcake is the one that gets its own day, right? Just saying. Now, when you were a kid, did you bring cupcakes into school and then did you pass them around to your classmates, or had that already stopped where you weren't allowed to do that?
I know that kindergarten, we each week or something, a different parent basically would get selected for the Friday snacks. But I don't remember ever doing cupcakes. I think I remember doing vegetable crackers or remember chicken in a cracker.
Oh yeah, the chicken biscuit or whatever.
Yeah. So I think I brought those the week that my mom had to do them. So
I don't know if this is an East Coast thing or if I'm just that much older. When I was a kid and it was your birthday, your parent or you or whatever would bake cupcakes, and you would bake enough for everyone in the class, plus for the teacher, plus the principal, the school nurse, your gym teacher.
Of cupcakes.
Right. So, there was usually 25 kids or so in your class. And then you were baking them for all your favorite teachers, and you were permitted to go walk around with the cupcakes and give them to all of your teachers and stuff. No learning time lost there. And it was your time to shine. And so we got 25 different days where we got cupcakes typically. And it was always done in a cardboard shirt box covered with foil, because how else are you going to store all these cupcakes? And they don't do that anymore. Between food allergies and, again, lost learning time, it's gone by the wayside. And I miss that kinder, gentler time.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about that except that it's a bummer.
But as a parent, I mean, I guess you don't have kids in elementary school at this point anymore. But I mean, I think parents have so much on their plate. They've got to be happy to not have to deal with one more thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, and then birthdays today. So this is not going to mean as much to you as it does to me. But today is the birthday of Lily Pulitzer. No, not the Pulitzer Prize. Lily Pulitzer of preppy wear. Very East Coast based, very pink and green, and palm trees. Think like Palm Beach, not Palm Springs, but Palm Beach, and like whales and dolphins, and like the preppy handbook with like bright colors and shift dresses and whatever. Anyway, she was a mainstay of fashion when I was growing up and continues to be one. I think she's now deceased. I'm not sure. I don't want to kill her before her time. But it's a look, and it's a very specific look. And but hey, it was a part of my life. And, you know, Lily, you're fabulous and colorful and just ridiculously preppy. And so happy birthday to you.
Yeah, their website says women's resort wear, dresses and swimwear. That's their headline. So I guess that gives you some idea.
Yeah. I mean, do you see some of the clothes that they have? And it's like crazy blues and pinks and greens. And they keep trying to modernize, but it's like, who are we kidding?
Yeah, it's like someone, you know, kind of hosed down some ladies with some watercolors.
Yeah, like think like Mrs. Roper from Three's Company, but like less browns of the 70s and more like the bright colors in the crayon box. That's kind of the vibe. And they do have some menswear, but it's usually pretty limited. And like ties and some pants and things. Hey, Eric, you could get a pair of Lily Pulitzer pants. Maybe a whole suit.
Yeah, I don't think that look is for me, but she apparently passed on in 2013 at the age of 81 and appropriately passed in Palm Beach, Florida. So,
see,
you know, the perfect place for somebody that does cabana wear to pass on.
And I'm pretty sure her story is interesting that like she didn't have a lot of money or she was recently divorced from her husband. And so she started making clothes and they took off. And so was quite literally like self-made and took inspiration from the area where she lived and figured it out. You know, so she's one of those people that she did not grow up in like a Tony environment. She actually made her money the old-fashioned way. She earned it. Well, with that said, do you have any regrets that you feel like you missed from the pumpkin spice latte?
Nothing that was keeping me up at night. You know, I stand by my very milquetoast response to it.
There are other things to get your knickers in a twist about.
Exactly.
There you go. All right. I do want to follow up on the orange wine conversation that I was like, oh, we'll talk about this next week. But let's take a break and maybe we can talk about it for a few minutes.
For sure.
And then we'll come back and also talk to Vance. So keep listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk. We'll be right back. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Hey, welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am one of your hosts, Stacey Heller, and of course I'm joined by...
Hey, it's me, Eric Reiner.
There he is. So, okay, this is the part of the show when we normally talk about our topic that we picked last week. However, last week, and for those of you listening to the podcast, last one, I was like, oh my gosh, orange wine. There was an episode that we did about a month or so where we talked about orange wine.
Right.
And I learned about this while I was in Italy. And it turns out that it's a whole thing. And I learned about the features and benefits and that it's a legit thing. I learned that orange wine is made in a part of Italy that used to belong to... I don't know my geography. Would it make sense to say it was part of Germany, France? I don't know, something. I don't know, some part of the country. No, maybe, I don't know. I have to listen back. I took a video of the gentleman that was talking about it at the winery, and he was saying that it's a part of the country that had been taken, and then, like, they did their own thing because they were like, oh, we're not going to do what you do. And so it turns out that, as we learned, orange wine is... white wine, and the skin is left on. And I learned that the longer you have the skin on a wine, when it's macerating and doing whatever it's supposed to do, the darker in color it gets. So a rosé, it's on for a very short period of time, and same with reds. Like they get deeper and deeper. So I learned a lot, retained very little because I also consumed a decent amount at the tasting. But I kind of had this, like, it was like the universe's way of slapping me on the hand and being like, oh, you joke about orange wine, but, like, it's a thing. And how dare you speak ill of it? So I stand corrected. It is a thing.
Well, did you... I don't recall you speaking ill of it. I think you just said... oh, is orange wine a thing? And so...
I remember having a whole conversation, and then we started
coming
talking
from
about
a place of
orange-flavored stuff. And...
Yeah. And then my question was, is there actually an alcoholic beverage that's based on orange, actual orange, not orange coloring, or, a wine looking orange, but... Yeah, and I still haven't found evidence of that. There is a soda called an orange jigger that's got a little bit of fermented orange juice into it, so there's trace alcohol, but I don't think that really qualifies. But so we learn so much every week.
We do. And...
we learn so much about so little.
Okay, again. Edutainment, Eric.
True.
Edutainment. That's what we do here. And I mean,
but this vacation, by the way, just sounds like a fantastic time. And if people want to hear more about it, they should check out Stacey Connects, your other show, and you've got a podcast called Roman Holiday that talks about your adventures over there. And you go into quite a lot of depth, and I think people would really enjoy it, especially if they're interested in visiting Italy.
Absolutely. And if you have a question, you can always reach out. And again, text me or leave me a voicemail, and I will answer all up 475-999-2726. I'd be happy to tell you about my trip. I would be happy to tell you about my travel agent who made a lot of it happen for me. Okay, our topic today is favorite YouTube channels. Now, I feel like, as per usual, I'm going to have things to share, and you're going to think that you have nothing to share, and then it's going to turn out that you actually do watch things.
Oh, no, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so I've got plenty to talk about here.
All right. Well, then, I'm going to let you kick it off. What's one that you've been subscribed to for the longest-ish? I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Wow, that's a good question. I'm not sure I have the answer to that.
Look at that. I've already stumped you.
Yeah, you've definitely stumped me there because I probably subscribed to like a Friends YouTube channel at some point.
All right. Well, what's the most
early
mainstream one that you subscribe to?
So I subscribe to Late Night with Seth Meyers, and anytime he puts up the Closer Look videos, I watch those and enjoy them. So
I like
he does
his day drinking with Seth.
Yeah, he does a Closer Look about twice a week. For whatever reason, that's the only part of the show that I get into. And so I watch that twice a week. And since I don't really I don't care about the interviews so much or his other bits, it's perfect to have that one little chunk of comedy each week on YouTube pop up. So,
Totally.
yeah. So that's probably the most mainstream one I subscribe to. But there's a lot of, ones that I like that I think a lot of people would know, like the Riff Tracks channel.
Okay.
If you like Mystery Science Theater 3000, Riff Tracks, which cast members used to be involved with Mystery Science Theater doing their own thing.
Okay.
And then the Mads are back. And it's all the same concept, just riffing over cheesy movies. And so there's a lot of great content from them, all of them on
that's
YouTube
fun.
that you can subscribe to. That they put up full movies, all of them do, but a lot of them put up just like shorts too that you can enjoy in 10 minutes or so. So yeah,
That's cool.
those are some fun ones.
Okay. I don't know the answers to my own questions, the one that I've been following the longest. I definitely do the same thing that you do. Like I am subscribed to Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers and even the Tonight Show and the Late Late Show, because there's different bits from each of the shows
Right.
that I really like.
You can kind of consume late night TV as a buffet now. You just
Exactly.
pick the things you like and enjoy those.
Exactly. Sometimes when, there's a musician that plays, it's really fun to see that. Or if there's, somebody in particular, I really like Stephen Colbert's his questionnaire that he does. He also does a thing where they lie under the stars and they ask questions, which I think is kind of funny. So I follow all of those.
Big questions with even bigger stars.
Yes.
I think that is. Yep.
That's exactly what it is. One that I've been following for a long time because our son Charlie started watching Rhett and Link, So Good Mythical Morning, years ago. I mean, he was in elementary school or something. I mean, they've been on forever. And the funny thing is, he's 20 and he's long since over it. And I'm still watching Good Mythical Morning.
See, I have no idea what that is. So, but that just goes to show how much content there is on YouTube. And, it's funny that there's people that can become really big celebrities that, the vast majority of the country never heard of, but to their core, 2 million subscribers, they're superstars,
Totally. And I think they're a few years younger than me. So they're in their 40s, mid to late 40s. And they've been best friends since third grade, and they grew up together and they went to college together. I mean, the whole thing. And so they've been doing the show forever. So that's definitely one that I've been following forever. Okay. What is the most random one that you follow?
The most random one. Yeah, that's a good question because there's so many that I don't know that they're random.
I follow one that's called Jiggin' with Jordan. Now it's this guy that it's in the South. I want to say he's Florida or Georgia. I don't know, somewhere. And he goes treasure hunting with his scuba tank and whatever. And then he's bought a submarine and he's bought these random things. And, they'll go to these places, they find treasure, they try to fix the iPhones that they find. And if they can figure out who it belongs to, they actually return it. If they find rings and that kind of thing, they try to return them. It's just a good old boy that likes to go fishing and ride his boat and has monetized it. And I don't like fishing. It is the most random, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you subscribed.
But I hit subscribe because I was I need to know what's going on with the submarine. It's such a bizarre thing.
All right. Well, random for me, I guess. There's I subscribe to a channel called Scottish TV, and it's TEEVEE. So Scottish TV.
Okay.
And this guy just uploads classic music clips from like the 90s and the early noughts that I guess he taped off Scottish television. So you'll just see like just interviews and music performances and stuff of all kinds of great artists. So
that's interesting.
and stuff that I haven't found elsewhere on YouTube. And you know, it's, you would think like, oh, everything's up there at this point, but there's lots of stuff that's still being discovered and posted by folks. So that's a fun one if you're a music lover of that time period, because I don't think he's got too much stuff from like the 50s and 60s,
Right.
or definitely not stuff from like this year or last year.
Interesting. Okay, so on the music thing then, I subscribed years ago to Postmodern Jukebox. And Scott Bradley is kind of the brainchild behind it. He is a pianist and he puts together music. So music that is from, you know, any age, stage, decade, whatever. And he changes the music so that it's like, oh, I'm going to sing like Cleaning Out My Closet by Eminem, but as like a 60s girl group song. And then he has like a stable of singers and musicians and even dancers that will then do a video of that song. And so talented. He actually did a TED Talk where he talked about how you can change things up. And he also has a show that I actually went to, I want to say the Paramount maybe, or somewhere else in Seattle. And I saw his crew performing and just amazing. So that's kind of a random one. It's like, it's kind of fun, like seeing, you know, a Miley Cyrus song as like a hoedown.
There's a lot of people that kind of come up with a gimmick like that, and then they just kind of mine that, you know, for content every week.
Totally.
So,
and it's nice when there's some actual thought and talent behind it, like seeing his TED Talk and talking about what he does and sort of the music education and the appreciation for modern content and older takes on songs is an interesting thing.
Well, speaking of music, one of my fave channels on there that, you know, they actually post a lot of stuff that I don't like, but when they post stuff that I do like, it's a real treat. It's Art Concert, I think is how you say it, but it's a French I'm not sure if the French government is involved or their public broadcasting or whatever, but they host and produce concerts by tons of different artists. So you've got full-length concert performances, and often they'll do things like have like a concept with it. So it's like a band I like called The Divine Comedy did an album called Office Politics.
Okay.
So Art Concert did a show for French TV where they played in an office building and they had people dramatizing like a office party going out of control around the performance. So it was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so ARTE Concert is the channel, and just, I mean, Wet Leg concerts recently, Pete Doherty, Franz Ferdinand, Baxter Dury, a whole bunch of like British artists, but also, you know, a whole bunch of French artists. They've got everything from metal to classical, you know, just a whole bunch of great music content available there for free, which I love.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Good Clean Family Fund is the Bucket List family. So the Bucket List family is this couple that I think he went to BYU, maybe both of them did, and he made a bucket of money doing something, I don't know what, and he and his wife basically took off. I think they're on like week 200 and something, and during that time they've had 3 kids, and they travel the world with their kids and basically homeschool them. They do finally have a place in Hawaii where that's kind of their main spot when they go home. But it's just such an interesting thing to see this couple traveling the world with these young kids and the different places that they go and the things that they do. I'm like, ugh, like somebody that actually did it, like picked up and went. And, they've been able to monetize this, of course, and they get all kinds of great opportunities, I'm sure, to travel, and they get sponsorships and that kind of thing. But it's just an interesting, like, it's kind of cool being aware, which
For
isn't
sure.
creepy at all. And what's another one for you?
If you're a fan of the any of the Marvel movies or shows or Star Wars, or anything along those lines, fantasy, sci-fi, the Nerdist channel on YouTube is a must subscribe because
heard of that one.
they do a great job doing recaps and also, here's all the things you might have missed in a particular episode. So I'm finding I call it my post-show analysis. So if I watch an episode of, Andor on Disney Plus, I may not get all the hidden like Easter eggs and references to
Right.
the greater Star Wars universe because, who has the time for all that? But they get them all. And so if you watch like a 5-minute or to 10-minute video afterwards, you can get all that stuff and feel like a real insider to, all the stuff that the directors and writers were going for. But at the same time, it's not necessary, but it just enhances things. So I would say Nerdist is worth checking out for sure.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, absolutely. And the hosts are fun and genuinely funny too. So that makes it, it's not like, it doesn't feel like homework or whatever. It's just pure enjoyment.
Right, which is huge. And YouTube is, as you said, it is so much content. Like I will watch Saturday Night Live on Sunday morning, watching the various skits, and there are some that are cut for time, and so that's kind of cool. Comedians that do really funny things. There's one that is like improv in a car with Kat and Nate, and it's this married couple, and they just will like have a random topic and they just sort of go with it, and I'm like, that's funny. It's just organically, as you say, it's a bit, and they just have a conversation and they just kind of go with it. You can learn stuff like the band OK Go. Remember them?
Sure.
Their videos, like, talk about a rabbit hole. And then I also...
Well, any band you like, any comedian you like, they all have their own channels at this point on YouTube. They, they may not post like every week or whatever, but it's a great way to get, all kinds of great like exclusive content. So
Totally.
You should definitely, if there's a band you like, subscribe and support them on YouTube.
Totally. And there's always like those suggested for you type things. And
Right.
And there's tons of things to learn. Like I'm still obsessed with Mark Rober and, the former NASA engineer who has his own channel. And he recently just posted his obstacle course for squirrels 3.0. Who doesn't need to watch an engineer try to basically baffle squirrels in his backyard?
Most educational that you watch.
In a way, probably him, because like he's explaining things all the time and you're like, I just learned something, which is sort of sad and pathetic because it's truly edutainment. What about you?
I subscribe to PBS's Storied channel, which is great. And there's a particular one, sub channel of the Storied channel called Monstrum. And they've got a professor called Dr. Z, who is my celebrity crush, who hosts these Monstrum videos, and they go in depth like on all the classic monsters and even modern monsters from folklore and movies and stuff. Explain their origins and explain, a little bit more behind them and some of the thinking that may have spawned those ideas about those monsters. So, perfect for next time you're getting into the spooky season. But even year round, it's just a lot of fun. She's really great as she's so smart and funny. The content is really good. So storied from PBS.
PBS, done, right? It's where Sesame Street came from. Right?
That's right. Yeah, bringing it all
back.
All the way back. Yep.
All right. Well, with that, we need to go meet some of the people in our neighborhood, the people that you meet each day. One of them, of course, being the deli guy.
Yeah, speaking of meat.
Exactly.
The Lord of the Sandwich himself, Vance Dinkfelder.
So
on the line. Tell us what we're eating after we come back from this break.
Whether it's fly fishing or French pastry, we all have something that makes our tail wag. Involuntary and instinctive, it's sparked by excitement, inspired by purpose, and it speaks to who we are. I'm Stacey Heller of Stacey Connects. I lead clients to the place that makes their tail wag. As a creative director, I bring ideas to life. As a podcast producer, I give ideas a voice. Stacey Connects. It's my superpower. If you want to connect with me, Stacey Heller, go to staceyconnects.com. Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am Stacey Heller, joined by Eric.
That's right. And we are now joined by the Lord of the Sandwich himself, the Duke of the Deli, the King of the Knish. That's right. We're talking to Vance Dinkfelder from Dinkfelder's Delicatessen.
Deli Dude!
Yay, Delicatessen! Whoa! Hey, we're getting close to opening, guys.
I got to see it with my own two eyes.
I am so excited.
Last weekend. I'm excited too. I had a lot of opinions.
Of course you have opinions, okay? It's a Jewish deli, for goodness sake, okay? Everybody's got an opinion.
Yes. And I am not afraid to share my opinions. And while I sat there, I finally tried one of the Kaiser rolls, and it was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Papa's Kaiser
Yes.
rolls
Oh my gosh.
are-
Okay. And I got to meet Papa, who does the baking for Dinkfelders, and the nicest man, and so such a kind, calm energy, which is so nice when you're in the food industry, because there's always such a frenetic pace, and there's something about that calm energy, especially when it goes into baked goods. They just taste that much better.
Well, Papa certainly knows the secret ingredient, and his rugula, okay, and his babka, his challah.
Makes you want to holla.
Challah for the challah. And the thing that's nice about that, Stacey, is his patience, right? He is patient. He is, somebody that really takes what you say, and he'll work at it and making it better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a pleasure to work with him.
I love all the phone ringings. I feel like I'm on a
phone ringing in the background is really great.
But no, you know what?
Just letting the phones ring.
I feel like I'm on like a telethon where I'm like, please stand by. If that doesn't speak to like
it's like it is. We're in a marathon. It's a telethon. It's a Labor Day.
Let's get Jerry Lewis out here.
Exactly.
We're raising money for sandwiches, folks.
Hey, maybe we need to do something like that.
Maybe we do. If you call in the next 15 minutes.
A town hall.
Seriously, if you call in the next 15 minutes, you can get your order made by Vance himself. That's
Vance
right.
Will make your order right now. Boom.
Exactly, because he's on the line.
He's back to the Kaiser roll.
Yes.
I love his Kaiser roll, okay? His Kaiser roll is amazing. In fact, I don't like us to use it the next day. If we have leftover Kaiser rolls, I donate them.
Oh, well, that's nice. I mean,
They're
that's just
so good fresh.
yeah. I got to have one that had just come out, and I had your egg salad, which I'm obsessed with, as you know, and your pickles, and it was just
Well, the Kaiser roll is such a perfect vehicle for the egg salad.
totally.
Okay, but I have to say, okay, yeah, I'm low carbing it, trying to lose some weight. So the ends, the crust on the rye bread is insane. Okay, it's so good. And
Well-
something that we're selling that we can't keep up with, okay,
Yeah.
is bagel chips.
Oh.
Bagel chips.
Wasn't that my idea, by the way?
Okay. Yes. Okay. If you're going to ask me whose idea it was, and you say, "Wasn't it my idea?" I have to digress a little bit.
But
okay?
wait, but wasn't it? I'm just
Yes,
saying.
it was. Yes, of course, Stacey. It was your idea.
No, it may not be. I'm open to it not being my idea.
Well, I mean, have you seen bagel chips other places?
I don't mean my idea in the world. I mean an idea within your world.
In making bagel chips?
All right, never mind. It was clearly not my idea. Anyway, whatever.
Bagel chips are like a thing, but everybody has a different bagel chip, right? And
Yeah,
ours
and-
have kind of evolved a little bit, but you know, I have found that people like them plainer rather than flavored.
Oh yeah,
You
and
know,
but like a
you
little
don't need to-
salty,
Yeah, salt. That's it.
and your salmon salad on it.
Okay, wait. So, talk about how about the whitefish salad? Whitefish salad and bagel chips are like a drug.
Kind of.
You can't stop. Okay, it's just crazy. Or tuna, even the tuna salad.
I know, but you put celery in your tuna salad, and I don't like celery.
Well, what are you gonna?
I love it.
I personally like.
I got to try that tuna salad. That sounds really
tuna
good.
salad. I do. You know, even
So-
in my old man's restaurant, they didn't put the onion. They just did the celery.
What else goes in that tuna salad? Because everybody does it a little differently.
That's it. It's onion, celery, mayo.
That sounds pretty good.
That's it.
No pickle, though?
And no.
Oh my gosh, like
No.
he's like,
No.
if I feel like if he was
No.
here, if he could reach through the phone and like slap you upside the head, he would.
What kind of onion?
You know, just a good Walla Walla sweet onion.
All right. Okay. I would have also accepted red onion, but
No.
Oh my gosh.
Onion, okay? No.
Vance has
No.
very strong opinions
I know.
on the
I was
tuna
like,
salad,
no,
as do
have
I.
no
But
opinion on the tuna. Listen, have you ever eaten that? Okay, so and it also has to be like solid white albacore tuna.
Well, yes.
None of this chunk light Hazarai. Okay, you know, who wants brown tuna fish? Okay, please. You know, or the
It's chicken on the sea.
and-
That's what it is.
And forget it. Okay, Charlie, get lost. All right, you're out of here.
Sorry, Charlie.
But whoever decides to put sweet relish in their tuna fish, you're out of your mind. That's all I'm saying.
guess I'm out of my mind. But I'll let my mind be changed when I try yours.
Please do. Okay, I really do. And you know what, Eric? Come for your birthday sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, because that's something I've, you know, in my old man's restaurant. Okay, it was an ice cream parlor restaurant when I grew up in. They used to have, it was called Jan's Ice Cream Parlor.
Uh-huh.
And if you lived in New York, you knew that, right? It was a franchise. There was about 7 or 8 of them throughout the city. The original one was in Richmond Hill, Queens. It opened in 1897. Okay, so it was a really cool, old-fashioned ice cream parlor that served food, and the thing that they used to do was give away on your birthday. You got a free sundae. All you had to do was prove it was your birthday, birth certificate, license.
Right.
So it was a thing. I was thinking we should do a sandwich on your
I like
birthday.
it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Let's institute this policy by Sunday, please.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the inaugural sandwich.
We'll do a little tribute to Eric.
Or yeah, I was just gonna say, let's do a special thing that like if people listen to the show then and it's their birthday and they can prove it, then it's like, hey, I want an Eric birthday sandwich or something.
I want the Eric special.
Right? Which basically means
Right.
it's your birthday and
It's
you
your
get it.
birthday.
Yeah.
Right. And only people that listen to the show can get it.
Right. Otherwise, how would you know about Eric and his
Otherwise,
birthday?
you wouldn't know about Eric, and you wouldn't know about Eric's birthday. So if you go, I want the Eric special on your birthday, you get a free sandwich.
There-
at Ding Felder.
You heard it
Wow.
here first.
This
On
sounds
their
pretty
birthday or on my birthday?
cool. On their birthday.
On their birthday, okay.
Right.
But in honor of your birthday.
But in honor of you. Because we're going to
Fantastic.
You're
I
the
love it.
inaugural, okay? You come down, you're going to get your tuna salad on a Kaiser roll. Because, I got to say, the Kaiser roll is, as much as, I'm a caraway rye guy, but that Kaiser roll, you just got to be able to, especially when you get like a 2-meat combo or a 3-meat combo on a Kaiser roll, it's huge, freaking tremendous. We can't even fit it in the box.
Yeah, I watched that, which we got so off track here, but I will
What are we
say,
making for dinner?
Right,
What are we
well-
eating for dinner?
basically what we're eating is what you're serving because on over last weekend when I got to come and watch you at the line and some of the things that we talked about, like watching you cut the pastrami on the bias.
Pastrami. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And then talking about like the extra lean meat and it was like, ugh. And, seeing all of that food, it just brought it all to life. And I can't wait until the space is open so that everybody can see and smell and taste what we've been
Yes.
talking about all this time.
I'm so excited. It's just that, because when you let people in, right, and the energy of the customers, the noise and the sound, when you go to any food service establishment, a restaurant, a bar, wherever it is, and you just listen to the sound that happens, there's an energy about it. And once the customers are inside, there's a vibe and a sound that you can't duplicate. And I really look forward to seeing that happen. Kind of like people eating and, sampling and yelling and noise. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah. It's a healthy, happy, well-fed sound. So
Yeah. Exactly.
it's always so much fun chatting with you. And even though we didn't necessarily talk about what we're eating, we talked about the Kaiser roll. We talked about the fact that
We did.
the tuna is amazing and that Eric is going to maybe come in and celebrate his birthday and have
Come
that.
on in, Eric. Come
And
on.
and
You come with them.
maybe I don't know that he wants to spend his birthday with me. I mean,
Hey, but when you're there, it's an instant party. So,
oh,
even though I haven't
there you
planned
go.
anything, it sounds like a great party.
with a vanilla cupcake
There you go.
because it's.
The vanilla cupcake.
I know.
Vanilla cupcake day.
I know, right? Yeah.
Okay, my favorite frosting, my favorite icing is a Swiss buttercream. Okay. And
Yeah,
if
it
you
is
do
good.
If you do a vanilla Swiss buttercream on a vanilla cupcake, it's kind of vanilla, but it kind of takes you to heaven.
Yeah, that is true. That's a really okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah, okay.
You're doing it again. You're making me hungry. All right. So hey, folks, those of you that are listening, and you want to prove that it's your birthday and get a free sandwich, then go to dingfelders.com. Figure out where Dingfelders is if you haven't been there yet.
It's in Capitol Hill in Seattle.
Well,
And check out the menu and peek in the half door so that you can see the space we keep talking about. And if you're looking for something more, no problem. Go to nourishcatering.com and Vance and his catering crew can help you figure out what is going to nourish everybody at your party. And they will be able to meet your needs.
Cool.
Thanks,
yeah, you know
fans.
what? 14th and East Pine. Stacy, Eric, have a happy birthday. I hope I get to see you.
Thank you so much, sir.
And
Always a
thank you
pleasure.
for the idea for the inaugural birthday sandwich. It's free.
Hey, if somebody
birthday.
takes advantage of that, that's going to make me happier than, just about
I
anything.
hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And I'm kind of excited about it because it's something I was thinking about. Now we're doing it. Let's get it done.
I
Love
love
it. Just
Thank
like
you,
that.
Guys. Have a great day.
You
Thanks,
too.
Vance. Take care, sir.
Bye.
I don't know what I want more now, like tuna or a
Cupcake. Why not both?
I know, right? Exactly. So, hey, we're pretty much out of time. So what are we going to talk about next week?
Let's find out.
Bum-ba-dum.
Yeah, this topic arrives just in time. Best holiday food.
Ooh. All right.
We
I'm
got
down.
Thanksgiving coming up. We got Christmas coming up. And what are we going to serve? I have no clue.
Hey, there are a lot of holidays, and this could also get contentious. This could be, again, hard-hitting topics.
Hard-hitting journalism. That is what we are known for on this show.
60 minutes
Every
of it.
single week. 60 minutes of hard-hitting turkey investigation.
Totally. Not at all tryptophan inducing. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you or at you next week.
Have a great week.